need to be completely eradicated from our democracies. If you want to have a society, you want to keep it secret, stay away from government. If you want to have government leaders meet at secret groups and world media leaders, film that, because you're getting money from the taxpayer, period. You know, a lot of these people think that they're amazing because they control billions of dollars. No, they won a popularity contest in an election which was bought by Freemasons one day. There's nothing too special about them.
That's what happened.
You know?
And there's very smart members of the public too that are equally as intelligent, and they've conducted experiments that prove what you're saying. Renewable energy sources, they've managed to have a crystal that can hold an infinite energy source, and as soon as they released that, they were raided, everything was taken, confiscated, they were imprisoned, where they should have been praised for doing noble work and trying to help push humanity forward. It's a very devastating reality, isn't it?
It is indeed, and that's what Ayn Rand talked about in Rourke's legal defence in the book The Fountainhead, that all of the innovators and the people who are leading ahead are always the ones who are absolutely punished and challenged and treated like the criminals. But at the end of the day, that's life. I have now, come to the point where I don't think that government or law enforcement, even though I've been able to push this so hard and get quite considerable amount of traction, I don't think they'll ever touch it. And so the only course of action left available to me, I saw, to protect myself and family and create consensus around the movement so that it was a political movement, was to create my own political party based on these same values and basically win a majority based on these values and policies of common sense by leading with policies like free energy, by leading with law enforcement policies like penalising and going after the high-level white-collar criminals rather than the petty criminals, like this is still, 1801 in convict Australia, because we stole a loaf of bread. Well, unfortunately, nothing's changed, and I don't see it changing anytime soon. So I have a twofold approach. One, I have very confidential work going on in Congo, not because I don't want to share it with everyone. I wish I could share it like today, right now, and I can share a little bit, but I just need to protect it from the forces that would seek to prevent it from occurring.
Of course.
But the African people and the African leaders all want to come together. I'm mandated by the King of Suku, who is a very prominent African leader. He was in the South African Parliament the other day, and he's not a politician. He's a tribal elder and a chieftain king, who is integrating African and tribal law into politics as much as possible to try and unify African countries in the spirit of peace and prosperity. And I have fantastic relationships over in Africa, and these people like me because I'm not an arrogant Freemason. They know straight away that I'm not there to try and exploit them or their people, and I'm just a humble guy from a humble background from Gunnedah, and that has done wonders. And we need to make change, and this technology I've found isn't going to be implemented in the Western world anytime soon. And because of the political leviathan that's preventing it, in fact, they're very interested in implementing it in Africa. They have every right to implement this technology in Africa. And so I think there's a lot more openness because the will is to lift their people out of poverty. I mean, these people are living in such poverty, a lot of them, that it pretty much beggars belief. And if we can invest in utilities there to improve their resources and their livelihoods, I very much see the change coming from Africa, more because the leaders are more humble, so they're more willing. And 9 times out of 10, in fact, it probably is about 9 times out of 10, these people are genuinely outside of the corruption, trying to do their best in a very bad situation to elevate the livelihoods of their people. And so in that capacity, I'm more than happy to work with African governments to seek to improve their commodity trading so that they can trade their commodities outside of the old guard and be getting more money for it that they're actually paid for in a way that their people are being paid for the work that they're doing, because these are the most commodity